welcome
Thursday.
Welcome once, welcome twice, and in the Baptist church we say welcome, welcome, welcome.
That's not how they say it at your grandmama's church. They say welcome, welcome, welcome. Say I'm lying.
My grandmama.
No.
Don't you talk about my
I didn't say
grandmama.
your grandma. I didn't talk about mama. I said your grandmother's church.
No,
I said your grandmama.
Your indicates you're talking about my
Your
grandmama.
is not.
No, he's talking about my
your.
grandmama.
I didn't
Even
talk
though he's
about
right,
I didn't
she
talk
does
about
say.
Thank you. I wasn't trying to say that. I wasn't trying to say grandmama say welcome, welcome, welcome.
I don't know
How do you spell it?
I don't know how to spell it.
So anyway, welcome
or welcome to Thrive Thursdays. What is Thrive Thursdays?
Thrive Thursday.
What is it about?
About thriving. So we're committed to being here on Thursday nights, every Thursday night, and I do Mental Health Mondays, and that one I do on my own. She's here for Thursday. Girl, please.
I know.
You're messing up what you asked me to do. Let's tell them about Thrive Thursday.
Tell them.
Tell them about your hair.
I
Your
know,
hair's
just
fine.
It's dirty.
Your hair's fine. Oh gosh. This is not what actually this is what thriving looks like. You know what?
What?
Because I started thinking that there was a time
Oh, you would be
when
irritated.
I was in a place that I was just trying to hold on and survive, that would have gotten on my nerves.
That is so true.
And that's your personality. You know,
Yeah,
always
it's
get your
like-
hair together. You've been upstairs
'Cause
for an hour.
No, it wasn't an hour. You know, not everybody on social media is nice, and I don't want to hear any comments about why's her hair doing that. It's dirty. I need to get my hair done.
Remember that time you didn't have on your ring?
Oh yeah, it was one time we were filming and I didn't have on.
Hey, First Lady.
Yeah, what's going on? I'm like,
I don't see your ring.
I just accidentally didn't have it on, and it became a thing. But
So
nonetheless,
you're trying to avoid your hair becoming a thing.
yeah, my hair won't be a thing. It's
Can I get back to business?
Thrive Thursday.
Thrive Thursday is about us. This is our slogan. Let's go
Yeah.
back outside. I'm done surviving.
Yeah,
I'm thriving. Can
There
you
you
say
go.
that?
that I am. I'm done surviving. I'm thriving.
So you two believe that you're in a place where you were just holding on.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I think we all are in places sometimes. That's our refrigerator. Be quiet. That is true. We can all be in places in different aspects of our lives and in different times of our lives where we feel like we are surviving and we're not thriving. And so
But, hold
Thrive
on.
Thursdays we never said what it was about.
Go ahead. Because
Thrive-
I want to say something about a season and thriving. Go ahead.
Thrive Thursdays is really about addressing you as a whole entity, your whole being, your spirit, man, your soul, and your body. How can you thrive in every aspect of your lives? Yes, we will give you biblical perspective and inspiration, but we hope to also give you some fun ideas about how to thrive, like what restaurants to go to, where to go on trips, all that
And
kind of
this
thing.
isn't any old fogey thing. I mean, you know, she doesn't look like she's 51.
Did I?
My hair gives it away. But no, because I think that some people can pass by and go, here they go talking again. You know, and this is about all different segments. And I don't know, I just have a thing for young marrieds and young couples and even young people, and particularly
So you sound old right there, young people. But go ahead.
young,
Young people.
Thrive Thursdays, we'll be here every Thursday. She'll be with me on Thursdays. She won't be with me on Mondays. Probably would say something else if I were not thriving, if I was surviving. I go dig right there.
Well, that's not holy.
Because
Go ahead.
I'm thriving now.
What? Tell me about
So
seasons.
I-
What? Go
let's
ahead.
fight back.
Seasons.
All right, so I believe that we crossed a threshold
Okay.
from surviving, because let's face it, there were some times that we still had some bright spots. I mean,
Yeah.
we still had some great times as I've wrestled even with my mental wellness and, you know, just what my story has been. There were some times that we had some good times, and no, they weren't just good moments.
Yes.
You know, it wasn't just because we're on vacation,
Yeah,
because of whatever else. There were some seasons where, or some periods where we were really thriving, but then there were some times that we were not. And it's like all the work that we had done. I actually remember telling our therapist it's like I said, we take 3 steps forward and we take 2.5 back.
Yeah.
And so well, back to what I was saying. I think that we've crossed the threshold. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely.
Well, we've moved from surviving and moved into a place of thriving. And I believe it's because I can hear differently. Now, I'm not going to say, and I don't want people to think that it's all one person's job or that I had all the trash or that it was just me. You had your own stuff too.
Yes.
Tell us more about your stuff.
No.
I know it was going to be the answer. What are we talking about tonight?
Tonight, we're going to talk about what do you do when you have a loved one who just doesn't feel right. You're not sure what's going on, but they just don't feel like themselves. We had a conversation.
How about not acting like themselves as well?
Not acting like themselves. I think some of us, we can feel. I'm a feeler, and it wasn't necessarily things that my husband would do. He just felt different.
And that would get on my nerves
Yeah.
so bad because I couldn't feel what you were feeling.
True.
And so while I'm trying to feel, it's not there, but I see it in your eyes.
Yeah.
And you're right. You are a feeler, and I don't know. A lot of people can be feelers.
Yeah, I want you to put that in the chat. Are you a feeler, or is it really just something that your loved one would say?
Or knower.
What's a knower?
A knower is I know something wrong with you
How do you know?
because of what you're getting from them. So I know something's wrong with you because your vocal inflections change.
That's good.
I know something is wrong with you because you're snappy. I know something is wrong with you. So for example,
Yeah, but okay, if I were to say to you, I know something's wrong with you, I feel like if I were to say exactly.
No, don't say to me.
Don't say that.
No,
We're just saying in the
we're
chat.
asking
Put whether you know because of what you get
That part.
or you feel. But for you to say, I know something not right with you. You are asking for there to be an explosion of activity
Oh my gosh.
that we are not
That's like
advocating.
pushing, not pushing a button.
Yeah.
That's pushing all the buttons.
Why?
At least for me.
Why is it?
Because so for me, I didn't want to be in a place. Now, I don't want to be in a place. So I feel like this thing that's going on in my head and life and situations and issues that sometimes I knew about that I had to deal with and sometimes I didn't know about, that now for you to say something wrong with you, I'm like, you've just now suddenly devalued and dismissed all the work. I feel like now I'm trying to hold my breath, to make sure I'm doing it right. And so now shame comes in and, you want a little something. And then now I'm like, okay, I got X amount of days. It's coming. The promised land is on the way. So, but no, that's how I'd feel. So I'd be acting like this or smiling. Hey, baby, nothing's wrong with me.
Nothing's wrong with me.
Matter of
Blink.
fact,
You can't even blink.
Marvin Gaye said, you have my medicine. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Okay.
Because
okay.
you're doing
I know,
right.
but we're not just talking to couples. We're not, okay? I want you.
In our context, this is our playing field. What's so funny?
We're not just, because there are loved ones so maybe you have
You asked me how I knew.
I know, but I want you to think across the spectrum of relationships. Maybe there's a best friend, maybe there is a cousin or a coworker, the loved ones in your life. First, don't say, I know something's wrong with you, but how do you help them?
I don't know if you're talking about how I help you or how you help me.
How would you, if you being on the side of needing help,
Okay.
how could someone help you?
Leave me alone.
Not just me.
Leave me alone.
Leave you alone.
Yes, sometimes you got to leave me alone.
Okay,
and
no,
if you
no.
don't,
I'm saying, but they have an issue.
that you have an issue.
No, you do.
So I know I have an issue,
Yes.
and you're saying help. No, I'm being serious.
You help. My loved one is, what was the name of it?
We about to freestyle.
Help. I don't know. Help. I don't know what to do. So
Okay, so I'm saying help. I don't know what to do.
I'm saying help. I don't know what to do because you're not okay. But you being how with you being okay, with you not being okay? How can
I'm gonna
help?
answer the question
okay,
the way I hear it.
Listen.
How about answer both ways?
No. if
Look,
you're
you
not,
just have to thrive.
if you don't feel okay,
Yes.
how can I help you? And it's not, you can't just
answered
say
it.
no, because if it doesn't get someone, the phone call we had this week, to just
No, let's
leave
stay
them
with
al-
me. We'll come back to that in a minute.
Okay. I can leave you alone now, but we're in a different place.
No, even
We're in a different place.
Okay.
I know I can leave him alone now because he has done the work and he's doing the work and he's in touch with what's going on, and he knows
trying to say
if he knows
something.
if he's stressed. He knows if it's just he's not feeling good internally. There are markers.
say.
There are markers that he is well aware
When is
of
she
because
gonna
he's
stop?
in touch with himself now. So then he can say, "Leave me alone. Carry on."
you're not going to interrupt me when I'm about to say this. I saw it. I saw it in your eyes.
I won't do it. I promise.
All right. Self-awareness. Seriously. And I haven't always been in the place to where I could define what I was feeling. So I knew on the inside I wasn't feeling right. I was feeling disjointed. I was feeling confused. I was feeling rattled. I was feeling angry sometimes. But I was just like a ball of feel. And it was hard for me to parse out not only what I was feeling, but where it was coming from. And so as I've done the work, as we have pushed through some things, and sometimes we felt like we were holding on to a piece of lint to survive. What I'm saying is the quicker I got to being self-aware of what I was feeling. And for me, sometimes you just got to leave me alone.
Okay.
Now, when you start standing up for yourself and you refuse to be a part of my train ride, you would say, I need some time.
That's true. Yeah.
So sometimes you got to help the one that you love help themselves.
Okay, because
Even no matter what their response is.
yeah, because here's what would happen. The train ride would take off.
This was more like a roller coaster.
I didn't even ask for a ticket.
This is the Batman.
I didn't
at
ask
Six
for
Flags.
popcorn. I didn't ask for a Slurpee.
You know you're going to the movie.
I'm just holding on, riding to an undisclosed location, and I don't know how long this train ride will last, and it was horrible.
Yep. That did a lot of damage too, because when we start unpacking it, I've been taking you on the roller coaster rides for a long time, and it was more like you an accessory. You know, and even when I look back now in a place of thriving, back there, it wasn't fair. It wasn't fair to you to make you come to where I am.
So for those that are on that are saying help, I don't know what to do, as someone in touch with their feelings, if they can say, I need some time, that is huge.
But that's where coaching comes from.
That is
And
true.
that's why I say that I'm a Thrive coach, because I know what the feeling feels
And
like.
we can walk you through how to get to where we are.
But not only that, I can identify.
That's true.
We can identify.
Yeah.
You know, if it's a man and a woman, or even if it's a woman, like we don't do stuff with opposite sex.
Yeah.
So
Alone,
if
yeah.
if there was a if there was a man, if there was a man, he could not set some time to talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
If there was a man that had some issues, it's gonna be me that shows up on the other side. We just don't.
Or us with him.
Yes, yeah, that would be it. That would be it as well. I think the benefit is that I know what it feels like, and mental wellness, anxiety, depression, bipolar, OCD, any of
Panic
those
attacks. Yeah.
any of those kinds of things,
Yeah.
I know what it feels like. I know what it feels like to already be in a depressed state, and then you can't breathe at 2 a.m. because an elephant is sitting on your chest and you don't know what to do.
But you're pretending like you're okay.
No, not 2 a.m.
No, because you wake up and you're like, you won't tell anybody. You're suffering in silence.
It was some of that too. But then there was sometimes like I can't tell anybody because of the shame.
Yeah.
And at 2 a.m, the only somebody that's open is 7-Eleven and 911. And that can be a very lonely place. My point is that from our perspective, there's one of us that knows what it feels like, and then there's the other one that is having to interact or interface with the one that is feeling what they were feeling.
Here's our last thing. I want us to address or talk to the person that they're not in touch with their feeling.
Quickly, can you talk? This where you going with the phone call?
Yes. Okay. So not in touch with. So had a phone call, and this person has a loved one who just completely has
Like
gone
a button has been hit.
left.
Yep.
Totally disconnected to the family unit, doing their own thing, not communicating, and they say to the loved one who's very concerned, nothing's wrong, I'm just fine. What do you do? How? And that was our phone call, to walk this person through what they should do, how they can handle, and even thrive in that situation as much as they can.
When your cage gets rattled, though,
Yeah.
you sometimes can't even figure out your own feeling, especially when you're blindsided with that.
Absolutely.
And really, there was some trauma when I come home. You don't know what to expect. Mm-hmm. And when
Wait, what are you talking about now?
So I'm going back to the whole trauma piece. So you're thinking he had some time away, he had an afternoon.
So you're not talking about the...
I'm going to come back to that.
Okay, you lost me.
But
okay.
when I come home, you're expecting that I'm all right, and then you get this jarring moment that here I am. And I'm saying that magnify that times 100, that this person that is going left, and you're expecting to hug them, and you just get slimed.
So what do you do?
Okay, for the person who's slimed, I would say, I want you to answer it, and then
Yeah.
we can wrap it up.
Yeah.
I would say for the person that's slimed, call it pee and not rain. Y'all have heard that phrase? Don't pee on me and tell me it's raining.
Oh, okay. So you're saying just be honest.
Call it pee to yourself.
Okay.
So call it pee. Because if you just say, you peeing on me, that could set off a whole nother landmine.
You're saying that internally?
That's what helps you. No. So,
Who
yes.
you telling? Who you say? Who
All
you
right.
telling?
So
that
if,
to?
let's just say you hit, your switch got flipped and you slime me.
Okay.
I'm saying the way I get in touch with reality is by being in my feelings and my emotions in the moment. And that can be hard because now you know you need to do this, and you got the baby doing this. And so what I'm saying is, one way that you can be grounded is to say, that sucked. And I just got
I
peed
got
on.
you. Okay.
And I'm not going to call it rain. I'm not going to say that tomorrow it'll be okay. Tomorrow I might get peed on again. It's a horrible word picture, but it's a way for you to begin to find your footing in reality.
I like that. And then for the person who is not okay, do you just leave them alone?
Well, I don't want to go down that route, because then now we in a whole different ball
Because
game.
we don't know all.
Well, not only that, we can talk about it,
Yeah.
but also we don't want this to be long and drawn out.
Well, I guess if I want to make sure we answer the question, so we
All right, so I
help.
answered it
What
from
do
the-
I do?
So what would you do? So
You're saying you just take care of yourself?
I'm saying when you get peed on, you recognize that it's pee, and you get your feet in reality. Okay, I just got slimed. It doesn't feel good. That wasn't rain.
Okay.
So that's my answer.
That's your
Now,
answer.
what would you say?
I would say, okay, you're right. That is where coaching comes in. There is where you would either talk to wise counsel. I would say that. I would say absolutely identify. It is what it is. Don't sugarcoat it. When you find out when you recognize what it is, make sure you're not doing this by yourself. That this is too it's just not meant for you to do it by yourself. I'm looking for the word for it. It's not deep. It's too
Lonely. I mean, for you, the
It's
person
not
that we had
either.
the conversation with, they were lonely and desperate. because
And
they had been slimed.
And it's bigger than you. And I just can't find the word for it. It's what you will experience or could experience is bigger than you. It's something that you cannot do by yourself.
I thought the word you were looking for was community. I didn't want to put words in your mouth because this person did not want to reach out to us.
Yes.
And they were full of shame.
They didn't want someone to think differently of their loved one. They didn't want someone to think differently of them. And sometimes, and I don't get it. As Christians, and I know we've got to wrap this up, we should be the safest place for each other. And I should be able to come to you as my brother in Christ and say, I'm hurting, I need help. And you come alongside of me and say, how can I help you?
That is right. I'm calling it community.
Yeah. And
this person they were excommunicating themselves. They were removing themselves from their community.
So it was nothing that person could do for their loved one at the time because the loved one is in denial. But what they could do for themselves is be in healthy community and let their community be there for them.
I gotta say this.
Yeah.
You don't always know you need community.
Yeah.
To me, that's a second step.
Yeah.
The first step is grounding yourself and then getting past what you think that people might think.
That's good.
So for them to have the courage enough to reach out to us as a coach and say, hey, I hate that I got to tell you this. And for someone to immediately, I remember one of us hopped in and said, hey, listen, let me tell you, while you're trying to get your thoughts together, we're not here to judge.
No.
We're here, we're a safe space. We had to be that safe place for them. And then guess what we pointed them? We pointed them into community. We helped them see the people that were around them. We helped offer solutions that just didn't come from those that were in their community, some self-care stuff. But it started with them being in reality, reaching out, choosing not to suffer. And then now, the day after, they began to see how their community was happening. God
and
began
they
to
felt
move.
better. They felt better. Not that the situation with their loved one changed yet, but they felt better because they were taking care of themselves and they surrounded themselves with healthy community. I hope this helped tonight.
Well, for me, it's amazing to sit here and think about how much we have gone through and really how valuable we are and how valuable what we've learned is. I'm not going to devalue. Why you look like that?
I agree. Like, you're right. We have learned a lot. And
that's one thing we learned also right there, that we should not take down. That's not an arrogant statement.
No.
To say that we're valuable is true. And I know that we're valuable, and that's what we want to bring and offer value. This whole Thrive Coach thing, maybe you never heard of it. Well, it's a lot of stuff that you've never heard of. This is custom to me. And it's custom to us because that's what we want to do. I want to ask you to do two things. I want to make an offer to you and ask you, two offers. If you want to be a part of this community that we're building, I got some big plans. We got some big plans and dreams in the future. Text JW3, Jasper Williams III, JW3 to
the number 3.
Yeah, the number 3. JW, the number 3. JW3 to 888 868.
888 868.
9955.
99.
Oh, shucks.
55.
Well, y'all hold on one second. I should know this. Up.
Is that right?
Yes.
No, it's.
All right. Just erase all that back out. All right.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
He was wrong.
844. You messed it up. 844 868 9955.
Where'd you get the other number from?
We got so many toll-free numbers.
One more time.
Gosh.
Say it again. This is the right number.
You say it.
844. Here's my 844-868 9955. 844-868-9955.
One more time for the Holy Ghost.
Okay. 844-868-9955.
Text the word or the letters and the number
J-
JW3
W, the number 3.
to 844-868-9955. That's one thing. And then the next thing, I'm going to put over here in the chat a way in which you can book some time. We got a 15-minute free session at first. Let's see if I can help you, and we'll go from there.
We're believing that you are intended to not just survive,
But to thrive.
To thrive. See ya.
Deuces.